If you are, were, or plan to be a student at Northland International University, which, by the way, provides no endorsement whatsoever of this video, you have or will encounter a class titled Biblical Manhood. This class was taken over about 2 years ago by the illustrious Dr. Anton Goyak. In order to prepare you for the unique experience of taking this class, I've gone undercover. Well, I've gone in depth with interviews, classroom footage, and even a sample project. My first step in preparing you will be to interview Dr. Goyak himself. Fortunately for you, the viewer, I only had one camera available when taking this interview, and so you will not be forced to endure my visage.
Yeah, there's a lot of different directions you can go with a biblical manhood class. And a book that really influenced my thinking was titled Raising a Modern Day Knight. And the essence of it is that the journey to manhood is a lot like the journey through knighthood. There are ceremonies, there are specific markers along the way. And it really helped me understand that a biblical man really needs to look a certain way before God. And so that was the text that really helped me design the course. And then, in talking with my own son, who was 18 at the time, I asked him, what would you like to do if you were in the class? What would be projects that would be beneficial for you? Yes, there's four main themes that we review in class. One is that men are to reject passivity. Second, to accept responsibility. Third, lead courageously. And then fourth, expect a greater reward. So the first half of the class, the first half of the semester is built around those themes, and we talk through what that means for a man. We look at passages in Scripture that compare positives and negatives of those traits, of how somebody could model that poorly or model it well. And then the last half of the semester is a lot of project-based readings, and I've pulled out some topics that I feel like guys need to wrestle through. So we have probably 15 journal articles that we read. Yeah, that was an idea that I wanted to get some outside people to talk with the guys and give the guys in the class an opportunity to ask questions. And maybe they're thinking about being a man in light of a biblical man or a biblical woman. And so last year and this year I had the idea of doing a man panel. And so I get guys on campus that I respect who've invested into me, who I feel like get it spiritually. And then I offer the opportunity for the guys to fill out a Google document of questions they'd like to ask. Maybe just spend the hour asking questions and letting them go off on rabbit trails. And this year, I thought it might be good to have a women's panel to answer questions. And I got some great feedback from it. I think the guys came away with a sense of what makes for a biblical man and how a woman thinks about it, which is very different than how a man would think about it. And I think it complemented the man panel quite well.
The capstone, the grand finale, well, besides the final exam, of course, for this course was the video project. Dr. Goyak divided the class up by seats into little groups, and my seatmates and I created the following video for our class. Patience, I'm enjoying the music.
No. Cut. What?
Start.
I don't like how. Okay. It's just weird to me that it's not like 1, 2, 3, action.
Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh man, I got it made. Life is great when you're a dad with a family who can take care of all your needs for you. Just the other day, I woke up in the morning, smelled breakfast downstairs, went and had some amazing breakfast with my family. Of course, my wife cooked everything and cleaned up afterwards. I mean, isn't that what wives are for? Yeah, and afterwards, I just went and started playing some video games for about 3 or 4 hours. Call of Duty. That's the best. Yeah, I don't really work much. My wife does that. She works a couple different jobs and cleans up around the house, so really, I don't have to make any decisions. My wife, she's smart, goal-oriented, focused. She leads the family just fine. I mean, she's a real proactive person. And for me, really, I just get to sit back and enjoy the show. And that's the key to life. Find someone else to do your work for you. All these guys out here working, striving, making a living, breaking their backs. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would anyone want to do that? I mean, sure, my wife wishes I would help out a little bit more around the house, and my kids probably wish I'd spend a little more time with them, but I don't know, I just feel like the best things in life are what satisfy you the most.
Passivity. It is everywhere. Everywhere. Every morning, I am stared in the face with a decision. Saying yes to myself is so easy. Rejecting myself. Saying yes to God. Saying yes to responsibility. That's what I'm called to. I'm just going to be honest. I can't do it. It's not easy. But if I'm commanded to do it, there's got to be a way to do it. I mean, yeah, I could just go home every day, do what I want. That's all wrong. That thinking is all wrong. My kids need me to start the conversation. They need to see me love on their mother. That's what they need. They need to see a strong man, a biblical man. They need to see the love of Jesus Christ displayed in their father. That's what they need.
Man, isn't life just full of rewards? I use food a lot to reward myself for hard work. Like, sometimes if I spend a whole day trying to beat a video game and I finally beat it, I'll celebrate with like ice cream and chocolate with sprinkles on top. Yeah, that's good. Also, I started smoking cigarettes a few years back. And yeah, I know people say it's bad for your health and everything, but it's like having 20 little rewards a day. I mean, if all else fails, I always have that cigarette to look forward to. People talk about like rewards in the future, but I don't like to count on them because you never know what's going to happen. So I always just seek the reward that's closest and really go after that. That's why I like food, because you can just get it right out of the fridge and start eating right away. That's how life should be. One reward right after another. Yeah, some people think that's wrong, but I think it's the only way to live. You can cut whenever you want.
Okay. Rewards. They're everywhere. Yay! You got third place. You get a trophy. Yay. Good for you. Hey, actually, you get a trophy for participating. How cool is that? Expecting the greater reward? Why? What reward is there waiting for me? Why can't I just have a good time right now? Why can't I do what I want tonight? Instant gratification. God's timing is perfect. God lays out in Scripture the timing for everything that I need to know. That's a fact. But everything that this society throws at me says otherwise. So who do I listen to? As a man, who am I going to obey? Who is sitting on the throne of my heart? America says, you sit on the throne of your own heart. That's completely contrary to what is right. feel like the right way to look at this is really a battle.